morning, everybody. I hope I'm audible and my screen is shared. Can you let me know in the chat box if you face any issues? We shall begin today's session. I have increased the difficulty level again by a small knot. It's okay, we'll take less questions, but we'll solve it together, okay? So this was left from last time's session. This is a different language. You're given a font style, which is given here, of course. And in that same font style, you're given four different options. You have to find the font which is exactly in the same font style from the four different options. Which of the options have this particular font style is what you have to find. Like I said earlier in the previous sessions, you need to look at the ends. You need to look at how the font ends, how the curves end, how the thicknesses change or they don't change. Anya, wrong answer. Anshi, right answer. Please write your message in the chat box, just address to me, okay? Khushi, wrong answer. Shimoli, wrong answer. Tanvi, Pratvi, wrong answer. Sanchi, correct answer. Tisha, right answer. Kavya, wrong answer. Kashvi, wrong answer. Diya, right answer. Khushi, right answer. Palak, correct answer. Vansh, correct answer. Rishabh, Kavya, correct answer. Manya, correct answer. Meera, wrong answer. In this case, your biggest clue is looking at how the curves terminate, how the curves end, or how the letters end is your biggest clue in finding the correct answer in this case. This is your biggest clue, all the edges. Anya, correct answer. Meera, wrong answer. Drumil, correct answer. Kashti, correct answer. Twisha, correct answer. Jimit, correct answer. Right. All right. Let's solve this together now. In this case, like I said, the way the letters are ending is your clue. In the letter which is given here in all the options, basically I'm just highlighting all. What you need to check is how they are terminating. You need to look at this parts. And that's just by looking at the ends, just by looking at that last part, you will find your correct answer. So if I look at the quality that this curve has, it is very similar to what this curve actually is. That curve ends like this. It actually ends like this with an angle. That angle is seen only in option D. Options B has a vertical or an inverted angle. Option C has a vertical angle. Of how it's ending, and option A again has a vertical angle. Option D is the only case where you get a curve which is ending like this. And that's why D is the correct one. I know using the thickness, considering the thickness, you would have guessed option B a lot of did in the initial part. Many students opted for option B. But the issue with option B is although the size of the letter is small, the size of the letter is small here compared to the size of the letter here, the thicknesses of the letter look very similar. which also can be, which also is wrong. And more importantly, this end, the way it is ending here in this marked part is incorrect. That's why option D will be chosen in a language. And I will also come across another question which is of similar language, which will help you how to look at fonts which are of a different language which you don't know about. Okay, we'll take one more question. It's similar to this in this session itself, so you get good practice of it. So just by looking at the end, I can guess that. Any questions, any doubts in this one? All right, we'll move to the next one. What you're given here is a plan of a village. This plan of a village cluster consists of a number of houses. So this is one house. This is another girl's Ria's house, and this is Barki's house. Likewise, there are a number of small houses with openings or with doors. Okay. The black lines, they represent walls, versus the openings in that wall represent they're either a window or a door. But you have to consider them as opening, some sort of an opening. It can be a door, it can be a window, like I said. You are marked the house of Ria, who lives in her family, and Barkya. This is Barkya, Y-A is here, Barkya. And they're having some kind of an affair. Both the kids, they're having some kind of an affair. So hidden from the eyes of the villagers, they regularly meet at night in Bakya's house. They regularly meet at night in this guy's house. Thalambadi, being a conservative society, that even the sight of a woman on the street at night raises eyebrows. If Ria takes a path that has least number of openings, what is the number of openings that she will have to pass by to get to Bakya's house? Ria, she has to pass by Bakya's house. She has to reach Bakya's house with a route which has minimum openings, which means less. This opening can be a door or window, but which she has to take a path which has minimum openings on its way. And you also have to find what is that number of openings that she has to pass by. Kashti, correct answer. Tanvi, correct answer. Tisha, wrong answer. Vishwa, wrong answer. Kavya, wrong answer. Wait.
Ma'am, खाली एक और question repeat कर सो.
How goes? Here, Vishwa, Anshi, Shrujal, wrong answer. Ansh, correct answer. Vishwa, wrong answer. So this is a plan of a village. In this village, the openings, these are houses. This is one house, this is another house, third house, fourth house. There are a number of houses inside this village. This Ria has to reach to Barkya's house using a route which has minimum number of openings. She has to take a route with the minimum number of openings in the path. You have to find which is that minimum number of openings that Ria will encounter in order to reach Barkya's house. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Khushi, wrong answer. Tisha, right answer. Anya, wrong answer. Twisha, right answer. Kavya, Prathvi, wrong answer. Trisha, correct answer. Anshi, I will take your question later, okay? Khushi, wrong answer. Anya, Kavya, Ria, Twisha, wrong answer. Prathvi, correct answer. Meera, wrong answer. Kashvi, Vansh, Vishwa, your answers are correct. The last, which I received latest. Anshi, Dei, wrong answer. Kushi correct answer. Palak wrong answer. All right. We'll solve this, okay? Now, the route, okay, we'll just take two options. So one, if she takes this route, because there is no opening here, I'm taking this. She will encounter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a lot of openings, 6, 7, 8, and lots. So this route is not possible. This is a wrong route. If I'm going through the other path, so one opening here, it goes down. Second opening here, take this route, go on this path. No, yet not yet any openings encountered. Third opening here. She will reach Bhakya's house using 1, 2, and 3 openings. Now you may argue that what if somebody takes 1 second, let me change the color. What if somebody takes this route? So in which case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then she reaches Bhakya's house. So this is the least, this is a route with the least, the red colored one marked here is a route which is the least number of openings, which is 3, which this woman encounters to reach to the other end. Okay. Any doubts, any questions in this one? Most of you probably would have taken the other way, using the shortest route. You would have taken up a shortest route. Those people who have answered 5, you would have considered taking up a shorter route. Drumil, what are you doing? You're just doing scribbles here. Please don't do that. If you have any doubt, just type it in the chat box, okay?
No, ma'am. I have network issue, so it is done by its own.
Okay, okay, take care. No problem.
Okay. Sorry, ma'am.
Yeah. Any doubts, any questions you have in this one? All right. Let's move to the next one. This is a very simple one. Which of the following words has a similar meaning to the word center? Heart, core, nucleus, nub. It can be one or more options to be correct in this case. One or more answers can be correct in this case. Vishwa, Tanvi, Tisha, Ashvi, wrong answer. Anya, Dia, Vansh, wrong answer. You are giving partially correct answer. I would put it that way. All are giving partially correct answers so far. And I've said one or more answers can be correct here. Okay, in this case, okay, let me just tell you because it's an easy one. All 4 options are correct. All 4 options, the heart, the core, the nucleus, the nub, they have similar meaning to the word center. We are not saying exact meaning, we're saying similar meaning to the word center. Nub also refers to a core part, a central part of something. Heart also refers to a core part or a central part of something, so refers to core and nucleus. So in this case, and there will be these kind of answer options also where all 4 options are correct. A, B, C, D, all are correct in this case. Okay. The next one here. Origami folds have influenced the design of space shuttles. Select the characteristics of origami fold, which are, is or are, which means one or more options are correct. Which just one sec. Kashti, heart means an important component. Yes, it does mean the core part. It does mean the center of it. It has similar meaning to the core or the heart or the center part of it. Yeah, back to this. Yeah, okay. Back to this question. You have to select in this question. What it's given is origami force. They have some influence. They have influence the design of space shuttles. You have to select the characteristics of origami force which is or are beneficial to space shuttle design. Out of the 4 characteristics listed below, 1 or more options are correct. Which are the options or option which outlines the beneficial attribute or characteristics of these forces? Yesha, wrong answer. Manya, partially correct answer. Vishwa, wrong answer. Tisha, wrong answer. Anya, partially correct answer. Ria, correct answer. Yesha, partially correct answer. Shimoli, wrong answer. Drumil, wrong answer. Tanvi, wrong answer. Khushi, wrong answer. Vija, wrong answer. Rishabh, wrong answer. Kavya, wrong answer. Kashvi, correct answer. Meera, wrong answer. Anshi, wrong answer. Vansh, Ashvi, Heer, Naishi, Vishwa, wrong answer. Shimoli, partially correct answer. Palak, correct answer. Shrujal, partially correct answer. Khushi, correct answer. Twisha, wrong answer. Trisha, partially correct answer. Meera, partially correct answer. Pratvi, wrong answer. Dia and Chanchi, correct answers. In this case, the correct answer is C and D, expansion, contraction, and economy of space. Origami folds, they are not rigid in nature in any case. In fact, and also the tensile, they don't have any tensile attribute. The pure purpose why origami space, why these folds are used in space shuttle is because they are compact in nature, and because of which they occupy minimum space, and hence it economizes the space, which means you can put in more features or more components with minimal space. Because of that attribute, origami folds are extremely used in space shuttle design. Also, they expand and they contract. So because of which a big object which has a big object can be actually, if it can be made smaller using these folds, that's why that expansion and contraction attribute also helps with this case. They are not used. They may have some tensile structures, but many a times they don't actually. They are not used for their rigidity. In the space shuttle design, they are purely used for the expansion, contraction, and economics of space. That's it. For space shuttle design. Okay. Any doubts, any questions in this? It's straightforward. So let's just move to the next one then. This is the following questions which come now further, basically. They are heavily based on observation. I've added a lot of questions which are based on your observation. Okay. What you are given below, sorry, yeah, what you are given below is some kind of footprint design. You're given some kind of footprint, and few, not all, sorry, few of the footprints are similar in nature. There are few footprints which are matched, which means the pattern of the footprint is same, and one footprint is of the left foot and one footprint is of the right foot. What you have to identify from all this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. All these 13 footprints is you have to find the total number of matched pairs, which means the pattern has to be same and they have to be of left and right foot, which means the pattern has to be mirror of each other. Any doubts, any questions? Please try solving this. It's purely based on observation, and a lot of the questions which are now going to follow, they are based observation based. As a clue, in this case, I will start by looking at which are the similar looking footprints. I may start looking at which are the similar looking footprints. And after I spot all the similar looking footprints, I might then look at the orientation, left, right, wala thing. Riya, correct answer? Vishwa, correct answer. Both, sorry. I didn't spot it, but both the Vishwa, Gnatra and Rajya, both of them correct answer. I'm sorry for mispronunciation. Anya, correct answer. Kavya, correct answer. Meera, partially correct answer. I would put it that way. You have to find the pairs and not the number. Okay. Tisha, Anshi, correct answer. Vansh, wrong answer. Jay, wrong answer. Heer, correct answer. Sanchi, Prathvi, correct answer. Naishi, wrong answer. Tanvi, correct answer. Khushi, correct answer. Ashvi, Purva, Naishi, Trisha, correct answer. Shimoli, correct answer. Palak, correct answer. Trisha, correct answer. Meera, wrong answer. Yesha, wrong answer. Kashvi, wrong answer. Vansh, wrong answer. Please note, you have to identify pairs and not footprints. Please look at what you have to identify. Diya, Manya, correct answer. All right, let's do this, okay? Like I said earlier, as a hint, what we first do is identify which of the footprints are same. This footprint, this footprint, this footprint, and this footprint. All four are same. There is no mirror. They're exactly the same. Basically, they are just off probably left foot. All these red colored marks, they are red foot ones. Then let's look at others. Nay, there are also other similar, sorry, beyond this, there are also others which I missed, which is this one, and this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of the 13, they are same. Then I'm left with the other 6. Not necessarily 3 would be the answer still. I need to check and match which footprint looks the same. I need to check and then mark it, which of the footprint they are looking the same. Okay. Now let me just use a different color. The next one. Let's start with this one, which is the rightmost. This footprint, I'm just saying number 1. This footprint 1, let me see, do we have anything which looks mildly or closely similar to that, or which is of another foot, which is this one. This is mirror, and this is of another foot. which is correct. So 1 and 1, they are going together. Next, I look at this one because it's bang opposite here. This is number 2. ये जो number 2 है of 1 and 2 and 3, which looks similar. ये दोनों same ले actually, sorry, I forgot that. This looks same. So this is, I'm saying number 3, and this is, I'm saying number 3, because I've named number 2 here. And this, they look similar. So this is also second numbered pair. So 1, 2, and 3. So only 3 pairs. Few of you have given answer 6. I don't know why, but I don't know if you have counted the number of pairs which are different or which are make up. You know, I don't know if you have counted the footprint and not the pairs. There's a possibility, but I don't know why 6. Many of you have been answered, but 3 is the correct answer. 3 pairs. Okay, 3 pairs and not 3 footprints, because in the question it is asked pairs and not the footprint. Okay, any doubts, any questions in this? Okay, we'll move to the next one. This is a tetrahedral puzzle. Can anybody tell me a tetrahedral has how many faces? It is given here. A tetrahedral has 1, 2, back 4, 3, and the bottom 4. It has 4 faces. What you have shown is one side of the tetrahedral, and it is given that all the 4 sides of the tetrahedral, they look exactly like how this one side is looking. And this one tetrahedral looks something like this. This orange colored tetrahedral which is given here. All these tetrahedrals are made up of this tetrahedral, and this is a bigger tetrahedral which has all the same, which has all the facades are same, and they look exactly like this. You have to find how many small tetrahedrons are there in the face. On the faces, just on the faces. You don't have to count the tetrahedrons which are inside. You just have to count the tetrahedrons which are on the faces of this large tetrahedron. In this case, wait, before you start answering, the clue here is to actually count, of course, to make a first count of what is there in the front. And then from that, on all the 4 facades, you have to keep on eliminating the tetrahedrons which are getting repeated in the first counted facade. That's your easiest method of doing this, solving this question. Yeah, I'll explain you. This is a tetrahedral puzzle. This is a puzzle, okay? And this puzzle looks same like this. This is the facade of the puzzle, and this looks exactly the same on all the 4 facades. A tetrahedral has 4 faces, and this puzzle looks exactly like this from all the 4 sides. What you have to find is how many, and this one part looks something like this, which is in 3D. So this is made up of a smaller tetrahedron, which is attached here, and there are a number of small tetrahedrons. All of these are tetrahedrons. You have to find how many tetrahedrons are there on the face of it. You don't have to assume that there are any tetrahedrons embedded inside, but just on the face. Yeah. Okay. Anshi, Vishwa, okay, Vishwa and Prathvi, Vishwa G and Prathvi, you have counted just one more. You have counted one, repeated. I don't know which one. Shimoli, Kavya, Twisha, wrong answer. Naishi, whatever, we have to try and count total number. Yes, Naishi, you have to count total number of tetrahedrons, which are these components. Lavya, Meera, Yesha, Shrujal, Heer, Anshi, wrong answers. Khushi, you have counted 2 more. I'm going to give you that benefit of doubt, but you have counted 2 more. Anshi, Drumil, Ria, wrong answer. My first thing, okay, let's just solve this. Okay, I know it's a difficult one. Let's just solve this. Do we have to count the repeated? You don't have to forget the color. You don't have to count the repeated ones. Kushi, you counted one more. Let's just solve this. Okay, now you don't have to worry about color. Okay, I'm again repeating. Now, see, this is a facade, and this facade look exactly the same on all the four sides. Here, I will first start by counting how many tetrahedrons are there in the facade. So I'll say phase one. Phase one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. First phase has 16 tetrahedrons, which is first phase here. Likewise, there will be a phase at the back and another phase at another back. तो जैसे ये दो फेस है, जैसे आगे वाला फेस जो पीछे डॉटेड में दिख रहा है, वैसे ही पीछे के दो फेस ऐसे होंगे, which will also be happening here. In phase 2, there will be 16. We start with 16, okay? Phase 2 has 16. Minus, which is the phase 2, which is happening on this side. There, this 1, 2, and 3. These 3 tetrahedrons and this 4, sorry, 1, 2, 3, and 4. These 4 tetrahedrons are already counted in the phase 1 here. In the phase 2, which will be happening at the back on this edge, usme ye 1, 2, 3, 4 are already counted. So I say 16 minus 4. 16 is the total minus these 1, 2, 3, 4, which are repeated in the first facade. Then comes phase 3, which will be happening on this side. Now in this facade, there will be 16, of course. We start with 16 minus 1, 2, and 3. They are getting repeated with this facade. With this facade, the 3 are repeated. Likewise, between this phase 2 and phase 3, there will be again 3 getting repeated. That makes it 6. Plus 1, which is the top part, which is getting repeated with the facade, with this facade, with this part and also this part, which I've already considered here. So phase 3 has 16 minus 6 plus 1. Let me just write. This will equal to 14, and this will equal to 16 minus 7, 9. Now I am left with the bottom face. Bottom. So bottom will have again 16, which is this 16. If this is a bottom, all these 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All, sorry, not 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 16 minus 9. All these edges are already counted in the 3 facades here. So that's why I will say 16 minus 9, which is equal to how much? 16 minus 9, 6 minus 3, 7. So total will be addition of all these, which is, let me do it in my system. I think it will come to 44. 16 plus 14 plus 9 plus 7. एक minute, somebody is writing something. Sorry. In phase 2, there will be 12. In phase 2. Sorry, phase 2 will be 12. Sorry, my mistake. 16 minus 4, 12. Okay, chalo. Trisha is asking how you counted phase 3. Phase 3. Okay, chalo. I'll just, what I'll do is, chalo, let me just count. Chalo. Let me just do this again. In this case, see, this is 16. Phase 1 has 16, all 16 intact. No repetition is happening because I'm doing everything for the first time. For phase 2, let me use one color for phase 2. I'm using blue color for phase 2, okay? And I'm assuming that phase 2 is happening here and phase 3 is happening on this side, and at the bottom is phase 4. I mean, bottom is phase 4. Okay, this is my bottom part. This is my phase 2. This is where the phase 2 aligns, and this is where the phase 3 will be happening. In phase 2, when I have counted everything in the front facade, which is phase 1, this 1, 2, 3, and 4. All these 4 faces are getting repeated because I've already counted them in the front face, which is phase 1. That's why 16 minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I take phase 3, which is on this side, I will be eliminate. Let me just do a dotted line here. Okay. I'm just trying to make a 3D out of it. ये जो आपका phase 3 आएगा यहाँ पे. In that phase 3, I have counted 1, 2, and 3 once. And between 2 and 3, which is along this edge, which you are seeing here, this edge, there will be again 3 such triangles, which makes it 6. And plus this top tip, which is common across the front, second and third, which I will say 1. 6 plus 1, 7. So 16 minus 7 is 9. Then for the bottom part, what happens is all the edges of the bottom. So because when I look at this bottom part here, all the edges are counted in 1, 2, and 3. Phase 1, 2, and 3. That's where from the bottom I will have to eliminate all the tetrahedrons which are happening on the edge, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. These are already counted. So 9. 16 minus 9, 7. And that's where I get a total of 44. Few of you have given 45 and 46 as an answer. You might have miscounted the top part. Many a times this tip, which is coming in almost at least 3 or 4 facades, that gets repeated. There's a possibility. There, 1 second. Ria, in phase 3, won't there be 4 getting repeated? 4, which is 4. Acha, you're saying instead of 6, 4 gets repeated, is it, Ria?
Yes, ma'am.
What happens is, see, चलो ये जो टेट्राहेड्रन दिखा है यहाँ पे, दिख रहा है ना आपको, उसमें assume that this is what you're seeing in the front is phase 3 and 4. Okay. This is, sorry. 1 second. Yeah. This is phase 2 and 3. और पीछे वाला जो आपको डॉटेड में दिख रहा है ना, वो phase 1 है. When I'm counting phase 3, I will have to eliminate tetrahedrons which are coming in this part and tetrahedrons which are coming in this part. And then plus 1 on the tip. The tetrahedrons which are shared with phase 2 and 3 and tetrahedrons which are shared between phase 3 and 1. That's where ये जो 2 और 3 के बीच वाले tetrahedrons है, वो आपके 3 होंगे. 3 और 1 के बीच वाले tetrahedrons है, वो again 3 होंगे और tip वाला 1 होगा. That's where 3 plus 3, 6 plus 1, 7. Is that clear? For 3, okay?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubts, any questions in this one? Are you clear with the method? Forget the question. I'm saying the method is clear. The method is count what is there in front of you and then eliminate what is getting repeated in the 4 facades, because I'm not worried of what is happening inside. Any doubts, or if you want, you can, if you want me to repeat, I can repeat, is if you don't understand. Is there any doubts here? Okay, we'll move to the next one. This is similar. What we did earlier in this one was elimination, where you counted all the facades and then you subtracted what is getting repeated. Here, you might have, if you are going from top to bottom, you, of course, you have to count the number of cubes that this big solid mix is made up of. But if you go from top to bottom, and you just have to go till that much part, you go from top to bottom, you have to keep on adding. Like ऊपर के face में 5 cubes से बना है. The topmost layer is made up of 5. Then as I go to the bottom layer, 1, 2, 3, back also 1, 2, 3, 5, and so 6, 7, and 8. 8 cubes gets added in the second layer. Likewise, in the third layer, how many gets added? And then I have to do the total repetition, because ये दो नीचे same है. So I will repeat it and then I will add all the layers. Literally, don't count everything. Count from top to bottom. In this case, you also have to assume the cubes which are there in the middle. That's where addition comes into hand. Where 5, क्योंकि ये tip वाला जो part है आपका, वो सबसे छोटा है. When I go to layer 2, वो tip तो आएगा, but how many cubes are added in the layer 2? How many cubes are added in the layer 3? Likewise.
Can you explain the whole question again?
In this case, you are given a cube. It's a solid. This solid is made up of smaller cubes which are there. Like in the previous question, there were tetrahedrons. In this case, there are cubes that are there. These, what you have to find is how many of the cubes they make up this solid. How many number of cubes they make up the total, the whole solid. Go from top to bottom in layers. This is one layer, this is second layer, this is third layer, and keep on adding. In our previous question, you subtracted. In this case, you are adding.
Okay.
Here correct, sorry, one second. Here correct answer. Aditya correct answer. Riya, Tisha, Kavya wrong answer. Kashti, Yesha wrong answer. Vansh correct answer. Rishabh wrong answer. Vishwa G correct answer. Riya wrong answer. Twisha wrong answer. Khushi correct answer. Shimoli wrong answer. Ashvi wrong answer. Go from layer by layer, you won't go wrong. And think about how much gets added in all layers. If you get the 3 layers, नीचे के 2 repeat हो रहे हैं आपके. नीचे के जो 2 layers है, 1 and 2, they are repeated. Aditya correct answer. Ashvi, Naishi, Lavya, Tanvi wrong answer. Anshi correct answer. Tisha correct answer. Divya correct. Dia correct answer. Vishwa D wrong answer. Meera wrong answer. Tanvi wrong answer. All right. In this case, let's just go by layer, okay? This top part has 5 cubes. This facade. Okay, this has 5. This facade has 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, और पीछे भी 3 होंगे. So 8, 5 plus 8 is 13. 13 gets added here. Next, third layer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 8 gets added. Five plus, sorry, 5 नहीं, sorry, 13. जो पीछे वाला 13 है plus 8 gets added. 8 plus 13, 21. At the bottom, this layer will have 13 because it's same as what is seen here. Last वाला जो layer है उसमें 5 होंगे क्योंकि वो ऊपर जैसा दिखता है वैसा ही दिखेगा. So 5 here. So all you have to do is now just add all these things. So 5 is happening 2 times, so 10 plus 26 plus 21. 57. So 57 is the correct answer. Yes, Ash will explain again. See, on the top layer, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 cubes happening on the top layer, which is this part. In the layer which is happening at the bottom, which is this part, 1, 2, 3, ये 4, ये 5, और जैसे यहाँ पे 3 है पीछे के साइड भी 3 होंगे. So 5 plus 3, 8. 8 cubes gets added in the next layer. So 5 plus 8, 13 cubes in this. 13 cubes are there in this layer. In the next layer again, जैसे ये facade पे 2 ऐड हुए, पीछे भी 2 ऐड होंगे, साइड पे भी 2 ऐड होंगे, और इसके पीछे भी 2 ऐड होंगे. So 13 plus 8, I mean 2 on 4 on all 4 sides. So 2 into 4, 8.
Huh?
Can you please mute yourself?
Hello?
So 13, so 2 into 4, 8. So 13 plus 8 is 21. So 21 in the middle layer. Then नीचे के जो दो faces बचते हैं, which is this one and this one, they are same as the top 2 layers. Okay. So again 13 and 5. All I did later was 5, सबको add किया. 5 plus 13 plus 21 plus 13 plus 5. The answer will come to 57. Is it clear, Ashvi? Okay. Any doubts, any questions anybody has? You followed an additive method in this one versus we followed a subtractive layer in the previous one. Both are different methods, but either way, depending on how the solid looks like, use any method wisely. पीछे वाला जो था, because there's a lot of interlocking happening, it was easier to go with elimination. In this case, it is literally getting added from top to bottom. It's getting added. Top to middle is getting added. So it is easier to take up a additive method in this case because नीचे का part similar है ऊपर का जैसा. That's why. Any doubts? Any questions? Okay, we'll move to the next one. This looks difficult, but it's very simple. This just looks difficult, but it's actually just logic based. You're given this weird language. You have to code this language and you have to find which number will replace here. You have to code this language. What you're given is, in order to help you code, what is given is this. Sorry. This first equation means 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. ये number जो है, ये sorry, ये symbol जो है is 1, this symbol is 4, and this symbol is 5. You are given the between 0 to 9, you are given the coding for 1, 4, and 5. 1, 4, and 5 looks like this. So what will this figure at the end, what will this number at the end come to, will look like? trust me, it just looks like it is something weird thing, but आपको उसमें एक हिंट देती हूँ. आपको उसमें यही ढूंढना है कि जैसे this is a single digit number, this is a single digit number, and this is a single digit number. This is a 2-digit number, this is a single digit number, and this is a 2-digit number. And this is 1, this is 4. All you have to do is, यहाँ पे मेरे को ये पता, अगर ये 4 है तो ये भी 4 है, और ये 1 है, और ये होगा 4. So यहाँ पे 14 आएगा, ये 4 है. मेरे को पता, ये I just have to find कि 4 plus which single digit number equals a single digit number. That's where I find the equation 2. Then I look at the last equation, and likewise I will decode के 0 to 9 में which symbol represents which number. At the end of the day, I'm more interested in that. कि कौन सा symbol कौन से number को represent करेगा. And then I will find the answer. 1, 4, 5, you have to find the remaining 9 digits. The remaining 6 digits. 7 digits. Sorry. You know what 1, 4, and 5 looks at. You just have to decode the remaining 7, which is easy. Start with the second equation. Chalo, let's just do that, okay? Let's just do 4 plus which single digit number equals a single digit number. Now, if I go for the maximum trajectory, the maximum single digit number is 9. Okay, I'm writing 9 is the maximum single digit number. If this is 9, 4 plus 5 equals 9, but 5 ऐसा दिखता है. So 5 is not possible for me. So I will have to go for a smaller digit number, because 4 plus 5 equals 9. 9 is the maximum small digit number. This cannot be 9 because ये 5 नहीं है. 5 ऐसा दिखता है. So I will say 4, I know how it looks like. So I will say 4 के 4 के बाद वाला कौन सा आता है? 3. So I say, what if this is 3? And this is 7. 4 plus 3 equals 7. So I say 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. I'm just starting with that assumption, saying ये 3 है और ये 7 है. If this is 4 plus 3 equals 7, इसके बाद वाला I have to say that, okay, 2-digit number minus a single digit number equals 14. How do I find that? What is the difference between a 2-digit number and a single digit number which equals 14? So I say one option is 18 minus 4. 1, 8, but this cannot be 1. So ये आगे वाला जो है वो 1 series में नहीं आ सकता because 1 ऐसा दिखता है आपका. So I will say 1 series नहीं possible है, but 2 series possible है. So I'll say, what if this is 2 and this is a 0? So 20, I'll start with 20. 20 minus x is 14. 20 minus 6 is equal to 14. So I say 20 minus 6 is equal to 14, which means this looks like 2, this looks like 0, this looks like 6, and 1 and 4. With this thing in mind, let's just find what these numbers are coming to. This looks like 3, 1, 3 plus, we don't know what this is, but we know this 2-digit number 6 equals what? For this, what I will do is, let me check what are the numbers which are missing. What are the numbers? Let me just check which are the numbers that are missing. Okay, yes, they who have given the answers, that is the correct answer. Okay, so I'll say 1 0 is there, 1 is there, 2 is here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 8 and 9 are, it could be either 8 or it could be either 9. if I go with 8 in this case, I'm just assuming, okay? If I go with 8 here, the answer comes to 9, 9, and 3. So correct answer comes to 399. But if we use different logic and use different numbers, okay. I'll come to that. So yeah, Trisha is suggesting that what if we use a very different logic and then we get a very different number. One second. One last condition which is given is if in the solution to equation 4, one digit appears twice, what number will replace the question mark? That is the last condition which is given. If I am saying instead of 8, this is 9, then there won't be a digit which is getting repeated. So using that logic, I'll say 8 ye hoga, 9 ka koi aur symbol hoga. That way this gets set. Now if you're saying that chalo, ye 4 plus 3 is equal to 7 kiya humne. Iske badle, I'm just using a different color. Iske badle we'll say 4 plus 2. I'm just writing 2 here, okay? 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. I'm just saying this is 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. Assuming, let's take this assumption. If this is 2, this has to be 3. Because it cannot be 1, it cannot be 2, which looks something like this. It has to be 3, minimum. So I said 30, 3, and I'm assuming this to be a 0. Because I'm starting with 0, 30, 30, then I will come with 31, then I will come with 32. But I start with 30. 30 minus single digit number. 30 minus single digit number आपका 2 something आएगा, okay? 30 minus single digit number 2, 20, 21, 22 या फिर 24 या 24 या फिर ऐसा कुछ आएगा basically. But what is given here is this is 14. I have to get 14 with a double digit number minus a single digit number. I can only get if I assume this to be 2. I can only get it if I am assuming this to be 2. Because 20 minus something can minus a single digit number, say 20 minus 9 or 20 minus 6 or 20 minus 4 will give me a double digit number with 1 in the front. That's where I say ये 2 नहीं हो सकता है, इसको 3 होना चाहिए और ये 2 ही रहेगा. That's where there are no possibilities besides getting 399 as the correct answer. There are no other possibilities.
पर मैम
हाँ,
अगर जे आ सेकंड इक्वेशन में 3 લખ્યું છે એની જગ્યાએ અગર આપણે 2 લખીએ તો 6 આન્સર આવે તે wrong છે.
wrong કેમ થાય આના લીધે third equation ના લીધે wrong પડશે. The third equation, look at the third equation. એના લીધે wrong પડશે.
Okay.
See, this number, because it cannot be 2, it cannot be 1 also. 2 તમે assume કરો છો, for example. This digit cannot be 1 also because 1 looks like this, it's given. આને તમે change નથી કરી શકતા, that first equation. So this has to be 3. There is no subtraction કે જેમાં 30 minus single digit કરું કે મને 14 મળે. એવું તો possible નથી. 30 minus double digit કરું ને ત્યારે મને 14 મળશે. That's why. એટલે I say કે આ ખોટું છે, 2 ના હોઈ શકે, આ 3 હશે. And Twisha, you're saying 4 plus 4. You cannot use 4 plus 4 because 4 looks like this. This is what 4 looks like. So beside this logic of if we start with 1 plus 4 is equal to 5, next we start with an assumption that 4 plus 5 is equal to 9 possible. So, but 9 cannot be possible because 5 looks like this. So which is the next number? I say 3. Can I get 4? I know what looks like. 5, I know what it looks like. So I have to go backwards because I cannot take 6 because 4 plus 6 is a double digit number. And yeah, single digit જોઈએ છે મને. That's why I say 4 plus 3, 7. 4 plus 3, 7 works. And based on this, I need 14 here because this is given. This and this symbols looks is 1 and 4. So I need 14 here. For getting 14, if this cannot, this is 1. So this first digit cannot be 1. If I'm saying 2, so 20, which is the lowest number, 20 minus 6 is equal to 14. I assume that. Okay, chalo, 20 minus 6 is 14. I assume that. Then this digit looks something like this. Now this also cannot be 8 or 9. I don't know if this is 8 or 9. It cannot be 9 because if I keep 9, there won't be a double digit. I mean, there won't be a digit getting repeated twice in the answer. That's why I say that no, 8 has to look like this and 6 has to look like this. 9, I'm not worried what 9 looks like because I don't care what symbol will come there. That's where the correct answer will be 399. Are we clear, hua? Any doubts? Any questions anybody has? This is purely based on assumption. You have to do a lot of trial and error. You assume numbers for the second equation. Then you assume, based on that assumption, you assume numbers for the third equation. And likewise, you get some kind of an equation in the last part. If this answer, which you're getting here after all this assumption, matches the last condition, which is if in the solution, one digit appears twice, then you get the correct answer. In this case, it matched. So that's why 399. Confusing doubts, queries you have here in this case? I have methodologically taken few difficult questions because it requires certain level of thinking. That's why. Okay. This is a difficult one. I know that. Any doubts, any questions in this, please ask me. If you want, I'll repeat this also. All right. We shall end this session here today then. With this thing, we'll end this session here. If you still have any doubt in this one, please contact me. Okay.